holding on to those basic mushrooms because in danger, if I really need the top
Well, not just in danger, like I said before, every mushroom and every syrup
yes, but
is a different
but right now if I need the health.
The point is, if we end up not using them, you can also just
Wait, I think this is a life room. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the fourth, like I
oh,
said,
baby!
I honestly think the fourth prize is better than the Ultra Shroom.
Okay, if you're playing the game...
Even if you're playing it correctly. Like I said, even...
Alright, go save.
Even outside of danger, I really do think the only shit that matters in the regular game, if you're not planning on doing danger or doing the pit, is BP and FP, because BP, other than the hammer and boot upgrades, is the only way to augment Mario's stats. You don't have any equipment, so badges are the only way you get new techniques and stat increases.
Oh, that's a great way to do that. He's flat as fuck. That's funny. And the guys from before. Normally we could help it out, but the boss is currently snoozing.
Don't you have to walk up to...
On.
Yeah, Hulk.
Francesco? Yeah, poor boss. Maybe since his daughter's skedaddle. What can we do for you? Tickets for the richest train, Excel Express. 1 tickets for the Rolling Wingding.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing we can do about that.
Good thing it's not the Rizziest train. That would be very different.
Jessica. I'll get it. Yeah. If only we could help the boss. What did you say? Repeat that. No, Mrs. Young counted that. With those extra shines, you could probably go upgrade more characters before shoving off. Because I did the slight modification of the speedrun trick, where I just got all 3 shines in the one room. I don't have to backtrack.
No, I could upgrade multiple people because of that. I think one of the next ones we should upgrade should probably actually be Flurry, because Flurry's ultimate skill, like I said before, is Dodgy Fog, which gives Mario the Dodgy status, and because you get the Dodgy status, that stacks on top of the luck of Danger, so it's actually a very useful thing, specifically for Danger.
Okay. Yeah, I have 6. I can power up 2 people. Dodgy Fog! Yeah. Attack all ground enemies. Confusion. Giant fuck off blast. Healing!
Oh yeah, I forgot.
She gets healing, and in a pinch, in a battle, that's not bad, but in a danger run, that's a little bit less useful. Because it's a lot of HP, but it would technically top me off if I absolutely needed it.
I'd honestly say maybe Flurry and Bobbery. I guess it's also just because I want to show Bobbery's ultimate skill because Monkey Brain liked that it's a big fuck-off explosion.
Okay. You old sea Bob. Okay. It's fine. There's enough shine sprites in the game.
Yeah, there's enough to upgrade everyone, including Miss Mouse, so it doesn't matter. It's just the characters you prioritize will, of course, give you access to certain things earlier.
And let's be real here, I kind of have all I need.
Like I said. I feel like
Rallywink is ridiculous. Goombella gives up her turn.
And like I said, another thing, if you want to be very cheesy, fitting for an Italian, dodgy fog, because it gives you the dodgy status. So it's more, of a chance to avoid shit on top of your like 80% luck. It's also, I believe, technically a different multiplier, so the game will roll the.
It rolls the dodginess and
then it rolls the luck.
And the individual luck differently.
So.
Oh, I'm aware of this.
So yeah, it's actually good.
Basically, if you use it right, you can stack it in a dumb way. Yo,
bitches.
Mario, how you been? Waiting for someone? What? The boss is sick. Poor daddy, oh no, time like this. Just dropped my wedding ring.
Huh.
Somebody might eat it.
Oh god, I thought you were gonna say you were pregnant. That too.
Fuzzy little coconut?
That too. Wait, but we haven't.
How could you say that, ring? Ring's a symbol of our love. We have to find it. We have to. Maybe you just don't love me anymore. Of course I love you, my bacon burger. I love their nonsense.
Also, hey look, more backtracking.
I have to say it 100 times. If you love me, you have to say it. Please, let's go. 9 more times. Now, a funny detail in this version, this is still dumb, but the sound effect that plays as he says, I love you, gets weaker. Because he's straining his voice.
They took out the counter.
Yeah.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
No,
oh,
no, there you go.
This is padding.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is 100% padding. The joke becomes demonstrably unfunny literally after 2 times. They really should have made when you get to the halfway point, when you get to like 50, or fuck, honestly I felt like when you get a third of the way through 25, there should have just been a time skip.
Off. Is that it? Oh, Frankie, baby, you're such a silly Billy.
Bitch, I want to strangle you right now.
Little cream puff was trying to ring. What do you say? Guys are looking on their own. Better play safe and help. Hey, I owe you one. Thanks, Pally.
Hey, I'm the only one that gets to smash the dame.
Awkward spring. It's weird seeing that Fuzzy actually fuzzy. I'm so used to that man not doing diddly dick. You've ruined my game, guys!
My immersion is ruined.
Okay, I'm being a dick, because technically what I'm saying I want is the broken game. Because it's just funny that on GameCube, due to a, like, small error, the fuzzy... Yep. There it is.
Did it have the sparkle in the original?
It was just kind of sitting here. It wasn't in a bush. Hold on. I'll spin the 12. Get my FP back. Just let me have FP. Anyway, getting a move on. So, like, on GameCube, we talked about this, and I can go back to that other point in a minute. The Fuzzy gets stuck due to a, like, render error where they misplaced him. He gets stuck at the bottom down there, and he doesn't move. But it's not like it's a broken enemy. You can technically interact with it. It's just stuck. That's it. That's my ring.
And then her model doesn't even change to put it on.
No, she puts it on in a minute. It does change, I'm pretty sure, because it changed on GameCube. I think they just transition out, and then I think she'll have it. If you follow her over here. Yeah. Let's go back to Rogueport. Sorry, man. Skip. See? She has it now.
Huh. So she probably did have it on the boat. His model was just in the way.
I told you. Go, 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 go. Pew. Anyway. My whole point with the entitlement and everything, I'm sorry, it just pisses me off. This thin veneer of preservation really does come off as you just feel like you're owed old video games and like movies and stuff for free. And you have to basically say, oh, but Nintendo doesn't care about their back catalog. If they did, it would be available. They could easily lose track of it. It's up to the fans to preserve it because Nintendo won't. Even though they're keeping it in a server. Like, Nintendo is keeping it in a server. It is preserved. It's just not publicly available to you.
Like, I think I talked about this before in a video. I know I talked about it all for recording. After the Yuzu thing happened, I believe it was Yuzu. That sounds right in my head because that was a recent one.
Boss.
After the Yuzu thing happened and Nintendo shut down, Yuzu, the, emulator for a console you can currently go out and buy. Someone was like, such a blow to preservation. Bitch, you can go out and buy a fucking Switch. You don't need to preserve Switch games right now. You can still buy them.
But my Switch game might break in 5 minutes.
That sounds like a you problem.
I've said this, and I can bitch about Yuzu again. I'm scratching an itch. Regardless of intentions, you want to preserve games, fine. I can admit, I've ripped some GameCube games on a modded Wii. And some people might go, oh, but you're giving people crap, and yet you rip GameCube games. It's like, here's the difference, though. I ripped GameCube games in the past, year-ish, because it's an old system that Nintendo, while they own the GameCube, and they still control that copyright and trademark, ripping old GameCube games isn't ripping a game that is currently on the market, at least in a more direct sense, versus let's use Yuzu and play this game that we're playing right now on the computer when this game is in stores right now because this game just came out.
Because if we were using ISOs from the internet, I would have recorded Cubivore by now.
About that, boss. This is gonna be just beautiful. What'd you guys do? Kind of promised him something, boss. Told him to ask you about a ticket for the Excess Express if you brought your daughter. That all? Had me worried for a second. Come over here, Mario. How many do you want? 1, 2, 10? Help yourself.
Why do you have all these train tickets? Best not to be asking those types of questions, boy.
Come back anytime you want. Whoa.
Whew.
If you need a guy eliminated, give me a call too.
From one Italian to another.
Daddy, boss. You're the boss now, Frankie. You got that? The boss. You do good now, Frankie.
No.
Frankie, got lots of work to do. Keep you in line. Sweet Bean, come on. Knock it off with the pet name nonsense. Well, you call me Francesca. Huh? Francesca? Or Miss Boss, tee. Under boss. I mean boss. Got our loyalty. Be your side if you need us, boss. Yeah. Think about joining a syndicate? Honestly, I'm more scared with her in charge than Don Pianta. Anyway, what I was saying, yeah, we did some stuff with some GameCube games. And first, possibly Hives. 6 crystal swords as good as ours. Meh. Heard that, my uglies. I'll continue my point between 6 crystal swords as far as the Hives. That's a rather nice piece of information. Thanks ever so.
Why did you reveal yourself? You can
them.
You can literally hide in the shadows.
This is where I finally deal with you and that scrappy traitor Vivian. But something tells me that trying that alone might be unwise, so you live for now. I'll just beat you to possibly Hides and get the crystal star.
Wait, why are you alone? Where's Marianne?
Sounded bad. Gotta get the possibly Hides for the witch.
She also could have just not announced that.
First, I want to show something. He's in here. What? It's Vadon. He retired. He's hanging out in the parlor. He does this on GameCube too.
That's not retiring. He just changed the people he breaks the kneecaps off now.
Anyway. Train is technically a point of no return, but the train has a shop on it, so it's not the worst thing, but...
I forgot this chapter technically has 3 soft locks, 3 chapters in a row.
Okay. The thing is, the train has a shop. The island...
Also have, due to the train... Well, and also have, due to the train's gimmick, you don't have combat for a good while, so... The train being a soft lock doesn't actually matter for the first half of the chapter.
You know what? I never have Miss Mouse with me ever. Let's actually see some of her dialogue.
Though, like I said, most characters' dialogue is fairly generic because they don't know who you're going to have out.
Everything's in order. Basically, what I was saying, yeah, we ripped some GameCube games, but the GameCube is so old, I ripped games we own and some stuff we got used on eBay after the fact, because that's my point. Backing up your own games for an old console is entirely different than you
Yeah, well, this is the most semantic thing. We technically still played the rips on the Wii, which is basically a GameCube. It's not like we threw those rips into like a Dolphin on the like Wii U or the Switch or whatever.
Mario's coming. He says fast. Now this is what I call traveling in style. 3 days to possibly Hides, be over before we know it. Something on the floor. Trash perhaps? When did that get there? Don't go to possibly Hides. Get off the train now or Sticky Yummy Doom awaits it. A strange threat. Do you think the Velden woman might be behind it? At any rate, the fact that the node is here means the culprit's on the train. Must find the narrator well. First, jump around again. What are you saying?
I can't remember if it's in your room. Isn't there a star piece under the like bed or something?
Dried mushroom. I think it's in one of the drawers. I don't think it's under the... Okay. Basically, yeah, we ripped some games played the rips on the modded Wii, but even if I played on Dolphin, it was rips I made so long after the fact.
Like I said, if we were using rips from the internet, I would have played Q before by now.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how many of you also think that needing to say I love you 100 times is padding? Because I'm not saying that it's not padding, and I do generally agree with that statement. I'm just trying to get an overall consensus here. Because a lot of people do feel like that joke goes on a little bit too long. And in the remake, they easily could have made that go by faster by only making you hit A a few times, and then they basically do a transition where it transitions to him basically finishing up saying I love you 100 times, but you really do have to say I love you 100 times, meaning you need to press A 100 times. This is why I like framing a question and topic around the different thresholds that people have for what they would consider padding in a video game, and in general, I do think this is padding. But anyway, I'm starting to ramble. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.